Yo, what is going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how you guys can make thousands and thousands of dollars. Now, Brian, how do I make thousands and thousands of dollars in a year? Well, there's something called bank churning that we often don't talk about. So in the credit card community and in the personal finance travel community, we talk a lot about credit card churning, and there's nothing wrong with credit cards. Credit cards give you so many points, they allow you to travel the world for free, and they give you insane benefits as well. But bank churning gives you a ton of free cash as well. So let's talk more about how you guys can make thousands of dollars per year with all about bank churning. Let's go. Whoosh. Yeah, so right in my hand, what I'm waving around is this $300 bank offer from Chase. Now, what this is a business checking account offer. Basically, what this states is that if I deposit $1,000 into my Chase business account, then they're actually gonna give me $300 cash. Now, if you guys actually do the math right there, I get 30% back if I just deposit $1,000. That $1,000 is not going anywhere either. It's not money I have to spend. I'm just moving it over into a checking account. After that, if I make 10 qualifying purchases, which can be as easy as buying a stick of gum or buying a bottle of water or even some 99-cent Arizona tea minus shipping and tax, I am able to actually qualify for a free $300. Now, the question that I initially had was, how come no one really talks that much about this? If you're able to make an easy $300 cash by literally just putting 10 transactions and just moving money from one account to another, how come a lot of people aren't actually doing this? Now, I don't really know why, and I don't really know why people don't get into credit cards like we do, so that's a question open to you guys. You guys can drop whatever conclusion or whatever opinion you have down below on that right now. But let's get straight into the video. So we're actually going to be talking about the advantages, the disadvantages, some of the downsides, my personal favorite banks that you guys can churn right now instantly without having to spend that much money or having to move that much money that you might not have. And at the end of the video, I'm also going to give you guys my personal recommendation with using some tools that allow you to track this and that allow you to find a bunch of these great bank offers like the one I have in my hand. Now, before we get started with this video is not sponsored by kombucha, but this Sean's pretty good, guys. It's like drinking vinegar. So there's actually 3 ways that you guys could get an offer like this. One of the most obvious ones is just waiting. So I literally waited. I didn't have to request for this. They actually send out a lot of these direct mail flyers to people. Definitely once in your lifetime, you're gonna get one for a bank account or a checkings account or even a savings account that allow you to get a promotion like this. Now, if I take up every offer I get, sometimes it's not gonna be worth it because when it comes to bank churning, there is a pretty high amount of money you need to spend to qualify for some of these offers. Now, some of that includes like putting $75,000 into a checkings account to maybe get like 60,000 Chase UR points, or putting $100,000 into a checking account and maybe getting $1,000 back. Your average Joe is not just gonna have $100,000 sitting around. Now, there's ways to actually do that. Maybe if you leverage no APR credits and you put that into a checking account and you get that 30% return and you're able to leverage it that way, I feel like that's one way you guys could do it, but that's a whole nother video that we'll talk about. So number 2 way you guys could actually get a offer like this is to actually go direct to a bank location. So I know a lot of us millennials out here, or whatever age you guys are, not a lot of us are actually going to brick and mortar locations and physical banks. I don't remember the last time I went to a physical bank. I actually do a lot of mobile deposits for checks, and I usually just go through the drive-through, kind of like how I would go through McDonald's. I don't really go inside a bank too often, but if you guys do find yourself going into a bank, you'd be surprised about all the promotions that they have to offer you guys. Now, some of these promotions include credit card offers and bank sign-up offers, and this really is one of them. So if you guys go into a Chase location right now, they're actually going to give you a promotion very similar to this. Now, it might not be the $300 if you deposit $1,000 one. I'm pretty sure it's $200 instead of $1,000, but your miles may vary, and it also depends on what branch you're going into. So one of our Facebook users, boom, right here, actually stated that he went into a Chase location. All he had to do was flash one of his business cards, and they came up to him and they were able to actually give him an offer similar to this. Now, I'll talk more about the end of the video on which banks you guys could actually go into to maximize your sign-up bonus, but we're gonna move into the 3rd way you guys could actually qualify for one of these offers, and that is to actually just look online. Go online, and there are a few great sources you guys could look into. So first of all, it's just Google. If you guys Google best bank accounts or best bank savings accounts or best bank sign-up bonus accounts, you guys will be able to find on your own some of these offers that exist online that you can click through and then visit. That's one way to do it, but I'll also give you a couple sources you guys need to look into. So Doctor of Credit is someone I've been following for quite a long time now. He actually posts a ton of information and the most accurate, up-to-date information when it comes to credit cards, but he actually has, I would call it a master list full of bank bonuses. So if you go on drcredit.com and look up bank sign-up bonuses, you're going to be able to find this master list of all the bank sign-up bonuses that you guys can look into as well. Now, in addition to Doctor of Credit, Reddit is another great source you guys can look into. So if you go into the personal finance group for Reddit, or if you go into the churning group for Reddit, you'll be able to find some of these bank offers that users share as well. I'll put all the links to this information and to this article in a blog on my website. So that website will be linked in the description and you'll be able to find everything that I'm talking about in this video on my blog. So that's 3 ways you guys could actually get some of these offers. You guys will be able to find it online, or if you guys actually work for it. And the question that comes up is it worth it? Is it worth getting these offers? I think we need to talk more about the disadvantages first of doing bank sign-up bonuses before we can actually talk about whether it's worth it or not. So let's start with disadvantage number 1. So disadvantage number 1 would actually be something similar to what I mentioned earlier in the video, and that's actually being able to deposit that large amount. So some of these bank accounts will require you to deposit like $75,000 or $25,000 or even $10,000. And I know depending on what your situation is, some people might not have that much liquid, available right now. You might have a lot to your name, but you might not have that much liquid cash available. So I know not everyone is going to be able to qualify for some of the offers that require, 6 figures or half of that to actually put into a bank account. Now, disadvantage number 2 is, unlike a credit card which charges you an annual fee, bank accounts actually charge you a monthly fee depending on who they are. Now, most bank accounts will actually waive that fee if you keep a certain minimum amount. Other banks do something called like a student checking program. So if you guys are in college, always ask for that offer because they will usually waive your monthly fee for that bank account. But most bank accounts are going to charge you a monthly fee depending on who they are. So you do want to ask them and see if they have that, because if you're getting a $300 sign up offer, but then you have to pay, $10 a month to actually keep that open, in 2 years, that $300 is dried up like it's nothing. So I actually only look for bank account offers that have no monthly minimum. So a great bank account that I'll talk about at the end of the video is something you guys need to look into. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the end of the video for that. Now, number 3 is actually going to be involving taxes. Now, I know taxes is everyone's favorite thing to talk about, but when it comes to credit card sign-up bonuses, none of that is actually taxed. That's actually counted as a rebate. So whenever you guys get, your 60,000 UR point sign up or your 50,000 MR point sign up, then that's never actually going to be taxed. Don't actually confuse that for referring a friend, which is taxed, but sign-up bonuses are not taxed. However, when it comes to actually going into welcome bonuses for bank accounts, then you're going to be faced with taxes for that. Now, don't be alarmed, you guys. You guys are still coming out on top, and I don't know why people freak out about the word taxes, because if you're still getting $300 minus whatever 30% of $300 is, you guys are still coming out on top. So I wouldn't be too alarmed. Disadvantage number 4, you guys, which I don't really think is a disadvantage, but some of you guys think it is, which is if you sign up for some of these bank accounts, they will do a hard pull on your credit report. Now, some of you guys don't want hard pulls on your account, and that's for your reason, but for me personally, I don't mind any hard pulls on my account. I could have 12 to 15, even 20 hard pulls on my account, but if I'm getting these sign-up bonuses from credit cards and bank accounts and it doesn't affect my credit score in the long run, then it's something I don't mind at all. But I do know that some of these bank accounts do a hard pull just to see what your finances or maybe what your credit score is like. So make sure you guys are aware of that as well. So guys, those were the disadvantages that came with bank account churning. One thing you guys do also need to be aware about is the fact that you do need to read the fine print. So we should be reading the fine print anyways for whatever credit cards, whatever bank accounts, or anything that we apply for, but I know often we overlook that, especially when you look into getting a ton of credit cards. All you do is read that APR and the rest is just a different language. You don't feel like reading that. So when it comes to bank account churning, the reason why you guys need to read the fine print is because they do selective things that are a little bit more unique to them that is outside of the credit card world. So one of those examples is if you guys actually close your bank account within a certain amount of time, then they're going to claw back all those points. But in reality, you don't want that cash back taken away or clawed back. So you guys want to make sure you know that as well. So the real important question that we need to have answered is, are bank sign-up bonuses worth it? Now, in my opinion, they are, but how about we don't look just at my opinion? Let's actually throw in some of our users from our Facebook group. You'll actually see right here that they were able to make thousands of dollars per year. Now, if that's a free couple $1,000s, you guys, I don't see why that's not worth it. You do need to put a little time into it, and you need to be a little bit more strategic about it, because you need to understand where your finances are, who's holding your money, where it's going, and what the monthly annual fees are, if there is, for that account. But if you guys take advantage of some sources like Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets, or even a free app on the App Store called Mint, you're gonna be able to track and figure out a lot of your finances a lot easier. It's gonna save you a lot more time, so you don't have to worry about figuring out where that money is, where it's going. Because like I said, bank accounts are much more different than credit cards. Credit cards, you can just set up auto pay and have everything more automated. Bank accounts, you do have to be a bit more manual about that as well. So make sure you utilize those free sources, and you make sure you stay organized as well, because that's how you come out on top with bank account sign up bonuses. So now let me share with you guys some of my favorite bank sign up bonuses that I was able to find online. So one of them is actually, where is it? It's going to be this one. Make sure you guys look into this. It's only $1,000. You get $300 back. That is a 30% rebate. You guys can find this offer online, or you guys can wait for a direct mail flyer, or you can go to the Chase branch location. So there's no excuse for anyone not trying to get this. You just have to do the work, and you can get a free $300. And if you're working minimum wage, it's much better than working 30 hours. If you can just show up to some place, ask them for 30 minutes, and there you got $300. Another easy one that you guys can get, I would say a bit more easier than this one, is actually getting the Charles Schwab checkings account. So you guys can actually do this by watching my Charles Schwab review video. I'll have that listed somewhere here or at the end of the video. In that video, I talk about how you guys can get a free $100, no minimum, no anything. All you have to do is put in a referral code, and that referral code is actually updated. It is in the comment section of my video, so you guys will be able to find that there and get that free $100. A great card, great travel card. They refund you all your ATM fees. They're awesome. I actually found a brick and mortar location towards like Gaithersburg or Rockville in the Maryland area, which I thought was really, really cool. So in addition to those two, I was able to actually find a ton of other physical bank locations. Some of those are kind of like TD Bank, M&T Bank, PNC Bank, HSBC Bank. These are ones that a lot of people are familiar with, but I narrowed down the list to actually 3 more banks that maybe you guys have not heard of. So the one I have listed on here is actually M&T Bank, if this actually focuses in. So the details about M&T Bank is that if you guys actually deposit $500, you get $250 back. I feel like that's even easy cheddar than the Chase one, because you're getting about a 50% redemption. Now make sure you read that fine print like I mentioned earlier in the video. So another bank account that I found, you guys, was Fifth Third Bank. I've personally never heard of this bank before, but it's very similar to like the M&T offer. If you guys deposit $500 cash, you get $200 to $250 back. So that's another great offer. I know a lot of people can afford $500 to put in a different account, so an easy 50% redemption on there as well. The last one I'll share with you guys is this one down here, and this is actually Columbia Bank right here. So Columbia Bank has an offer very similar to the ones I just mentioned as well. With this, you're supposed to get $200 back if you deposit $500 in it, and you'll get credited about 4 to 6 weeks after. Now those 3 banks I was able to find doing some research online, and it is all available, you guys. You just need to put in the work. So I don't know, if you're struggling to find a side hustle, you want to make a bit more cash, then this is a great way that nobody actually talks about. So if this helped you out, you guys, make sure you share this with your friends, your family, because if you do take advantage of this, like I said, you're going to be making thousands and thousands of dollars every year. Now I want you guys to let me know down below in the comments right now, have you guys looked into bank churning? Have you guys done any sign up bonuses in the past? Is this something that you've heard for the first time in your life, or is this something you're going to start doing now? Let me know what your situation is. I do read all the comments, and if I can, I drop that little heart on there, because even though I can't respond to everyone, I do read all the comments. So please let me know down below what you guys think. And woo, that's the end of the video. As you guys see, I'm actually standing right now. Normally I sit, and I actually put a cooler. I put a cooler right here, and I actually sit like this. Whoa, this is a pretty cool angle. I might do this angle in the future. So I don't really sit, but I tried doing a lot of takes for this video. It really wasn't going that well. And I always find that when I stand up, I speak much better. So, you know, I don't know if it's because like when you're sitting, you're not an alpha and it like makes me, you know, not talk as well. But whenever I have a hard time trying to film these type of videos for you guys and I haven't filmed something in over a week, what I do is just stand up. I don't know if any of you guys are into YouTube or public speaking, but definitely look into that. I don't know if it's a psychology thing, but it helped me out a lot. And guys, I'm actually digging this new angle right here. So guys, I know this is a super long video. If you guys are still watching this till the end, thanks. I'm just kind of mumbling right now. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe like I said again, and make sure you drop a like on this video. Also, shout out to Shifu, shout out to Sebi, shout out to Wise Flies, shout out to Pointsers, shout out to all my real life friends, which is none, except like 2 people. But yeah, this is a video I wanted to make for a while. I hope you guys enjoy that. I hope you guys are able to get a ton of value. I actually got a ton of messages saying like, yo Brian, can you make a workout vlog or something? And you know, I don't know if I'm really qualified for that. You know, I do lift maybe like 3 to 5 times a week depending on how busy I am. But if you guys want to see something like that, please let me know. I'll make a video like that. I don't mind putting out vlogs like every week, but I do want to be consistent with what I put out on this channel, which is personal finance. So I don't want to make a quick U-turn yet. I feel like once we hit 10K subs, then I can start doing videos like that because people actually watch me for me, not for the content. So I think we need to develop our fan base first before we actually get into. Ooh, camera died. But yeah, I do get a lot of requests for that, you guys. I do see all your requests. I am just trying to play YouTube as strategic as I can because I don't want to hurt the algorithm. I do want to post consistent videos, and I think once we get to a certain level, then I can start putting out more content like that. But the whole point that I mentioned about that is that if you guys follow my Instagram, you'll be able to see a lot of the workout videos, a lot of my personal life, and things I do on the side involving businesses and side hustles. I will implement more of that on this channel as time goes on, but I'm trying to be as strict as I can with credit content, and then we'll start bumping it up to personal finance and different videos like that. One video idea I did have was to make a video about like how much a YouTuber makes before 10,000 subs. So I made a video a while ago, how much does a small YouTuber make? I need to make an update video because how much I made then and how much I made now has changed drastically, and that's because a few things, referrals, daily uploads, the viewers I'm getting now. So I've been actually optimizing a lot of things on my YouTube channel, so it has been changing a lot of things. If you want to see any of that, man, I feel like you guys need to drop a ton of comments because I'm asking a lot, but it does help out this channel a lot. I also created a Patreon. If you guys are interested in that, we have a Discord, so instead of joining all those Reddit and Twitter and like Facebook and having them all on different platforms, we actually merged everything onto our Discord. So whenever someone comes out with a new video, or Reddit comes out with a good new post, or even on Twitter, maybe Flight Deals comes out with something new, it'll actually all be funneled in our Discord chat as well. So that's another platform. You guys can join that. That is a membership only platform, so you guys can check that out in the Patreon. It's not really live yet. You know, I'm talking about this now because not a lot of people are going to watch me all the way till the end of the video right now, but that is something you guys can stay tuned for. I do have different tiers in there if you guys want to support this channel as well. I also do consultation calls, so a lot of people ask questions like, yo Brian, how do I get into business credit cards? And it's not that difficult, but I guess when people actually try to do it, they struggle a lot because they don't really know what to fill out. They're intimidated by the fact maybe they don't really have a business. So if you guys want to do a one-to-one personal consultation walkthrough, I am doing that type of service. I am actually limiting it a lot right now to only a few users. So I have gotten about 15 to 20 requests. I've only taken about 5 people doing that because you do need to meet a certain requirement for that, but that is all available. If you guys are interested in anything like that, you guys can check out my website, and there's so many ways to connect with me: Facebook, Instagram, even LinkedIn, you guys, and then even my own website. You guys can communicate with me in any ways. If you guys want to drop any recommendations for videos as well, make sure you let me know down below. But that's a lot of talking. I'm gonna get back to editing this video, putting out some more content for you guys, but I hope you enjoyed this video, you guys. It is your boy Brian, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Beep. So disadvantage number one would actually be, disadvantage number one would, beep. Now I'm going to be sharing a few of my favorite ones out on the market at the moment. So one of the easiest bank sign-up bonuses is that. So let me share with you guys some of the favorite ones. So now let me beep and allow you to find allow you to actually find a lot of beep. They do that as well with credit cards as well. They do that as well with beep. They do that as well with credit card sign-up bonuses, but you do want to make sure you know that just in case you think you can close your account, but in reality, you guys don't want to get those. But in reality, you don't want that cash back taken away or clawed back, so you guys want to make sure you know that as well.